Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and our title today is Tablet may increase kids' temper tantrums. So let's start with the warm-up questions. 1번. Do you spend much time with preschool-age kids? 아동과 많은 시간을 보내시나요? Not really. I have a daughter who isn't preschool age. She's, what would you call it? Daycare age. She's only 19, 20 months old. But a long time ago, I did work at a 영어 학원 for young children, for preschoolers. So maybe 10 years ago, I did. These days, I very rarely spend any time around children, except for my own child. But having a child, sometimes you can't avoid other children. So yeah, I run into children every so often, but I would not say I spend a lot of time with them. 2번. 몇 살의 아이들이 가장 다루기 어렵다고 생각하시나요? That's a good question. I think every year is very difficult to handle most kids because every year there's something new. So when we've only had our baby for 19, 20 months, like I mentioned, and the first 3 months was very difficult for me to raise our child. And then as she got older, there were certain things that were hard to handle, and I think the easiest time is when they can around the, I'd say, 9-month age is when they don't actually move anywhere. They just sit there, and it's kind of boring, but that's the easiest time. As for the most difficult time, I just think every year after they start walking would just be difficult. When they hit puberty, when they start developing a character, you have to try and manage that character. I think that every year is a difficult year at one point for children. So yes, I don't think there's a specific age. I think it's just difficult all year round. All right, now let's look at the vocabulary and repeat after me. 1번. sick, sick, sick. So this is 원문 그대로임. When he was 4 years old, this author told his parents that he didn't want their friends bringing any more 2.5s, sick, i.e. 2.5 years old kids over to the house. So what it means is quoted directly despite containing an error. So as you can see here, it's 2.5s. It should be HALVES, but he's spelled it like this, so it's quoted directly despite containing an error. 2번. temper tantrum, temper tantrum, temper tantrum. 성질 부리기. Temper tantrums often occur without warning and for reasons that only a 2.5 can understand. So a temper tantrum is, you'll see it all the time, an uncontrolled outburst of anger from a child. You'll see it a lot in the supermarket, or you'll see it a lot outside in public where they just scream and kick and cry and whatever. That's called a temper tantrum. 3번. toddler, toddler, toddler. 유아. This can work, but parents nowadays have one more powerful tool. They can use a tablet device to calm the child down with sounds and images of Baby Shark, Portal, or whatever the cool toddlers are watching at the moment. So a toddler is basically a very young child between possibly the ages of like 2 and I'd say 4-ish, but don't quote me on that, but it's a very young child. 4번. relief, relief, relief. 안도. Although letting a screaming child watch something on the tablet can provide instant relief, a recent study shows it may cause more long-term problems than it solves. So relief is having pain or stress reduced. So if you have a headache and you take some medicine for that headache, you should get some relief from that pain. 5번, gist, gist, gist. 요점. The gist of the study is that children who use tablets at age 3.5, 3.5, had more frequent outbursts of angers at age 4.5 or 4.5. So the gist means the general idea of something. So you don't have to completely understand everything, but you know the general part of whatever is being said. 6번. Regulate. 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 조절하다. As we gain understanding, we will need to regulate our screen use accordingly. Okay, so regulate is maintain or control. Okay, so that was the preview section. Now let's move on to the review section.